High above the city of Athens rises the Acropolis, crowned by one of humanity's most extraordinary achievements, the Parthenon. Bathed in golden light at sunrise, this temple of marble has stood for nearly 2,500 years, a silent witness to the triumphs and tragedies of civilizations that rose and fell beneath its shadow. More than just a building, the Parthenon is a story carved in stone, a story of glory, destruction, and survival. Our journey begins in the 5th century BCE, during the height of the Athenian Golden Age. Greece had emerged victorious from the Persian Wars, and the city of Athens was determined to display its newfound power. Under the leadership of Pericles, a grand building project was launched on the Acropolis, and at its center would stand a temple dedicated to the city's patron goddess, Athena. From the nearby quarries of Mount Pentelicus, workers hauled immense blocks of marble, each one weighing tons. Ancient stonemasons carved with painstaking precision, creating columns so perfectly aligned that even today, with modern tools, engineers marvel at their accuracy. For 15 years, the Athenians labored, raising a structure unlike any seen before. 46 towering Doric columns encircling a hall that would house one of the greatest wonders of the ancient world. Inside stood the colossal statue of Athena Parthenos, sculpted by Phidias. She soared over 12 meters high, plated in ivory and gleaming with gold. In her hand, she carried Nike, the goddess of victory, while a serpent coiled at her feet. Torches flickered against her form, illuminating a vision of divine power, meant to awe every visitor who stepped inside. But the Parthenon was never just a temple. It was a symbol of Athens' wealth, democracy, and cultural supremacy. Its friezes and sculptures told stories of myth and history, from gods battling giants to the Athenians celebrating their own civic pride. At its height, the Parthenon was not merely a place of worship. It was Athens itself, made eternal in stone. Yet time is never kind to monuments. As centuries passed, the Parthenon's purpose shifted. By the 5th century AD, it became a Christian church, dedicated to the Virgin Mary. Frescoes of saints adorned its marble walls, and hymns echoed where once offerings to Athena had been made. Later, under Ottoman rule, it transformed again into a mosque, complete with a minaret rising beside its columns. These layers of faith marked the Parthenon with new meaning, but its greatest tragedy was yet to come. In 1687, during a war between Venice and the Ottoman Empire, the Parthenon was used as a gunpowder store. When Venetian cannon fire struck, the powder ignited. The explosion tore through the temple, shattering its roof, toppling columns, and scattering sculptures across the Acropolis. What had stood nearly intact for 2 millennia was reduced to ruins in a single moment of fire and stone. In the centuries that followed, the scars deepened. By the early 1800s, Lord Elgin, a British ambassador, removed many of the Parthenon's surviving sculptures and shipped them to England. Today, these treasures, known as the Elgin Marbles, remain housed in the British Museum, a subject of fierce debate over cultural ownership and the meaning of heritage. Meanwhile, Greece itself endured struggle, occupation, and eventually independence. The Parthenon, though broken, became the rallying symbol of a people reclaiming their identity. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, efforts began to preserve what remained. Primitive scaffolding gave way to modern restoration, as archaeologists and engineers carefully pieced together fragments of marble, ensuring the temple would not collapse further. Today, visitors from across the globe climb the rocky steps of the Acropolis to stand before the Parthenon. They see ruins, yes, but ruins that still breathe with the life of centuries past. Every crack in its columns, every fragment of sculpture tells a story of endurance. Beneath the Mediterranean sun, the Parthenon continues to embody the spirit of Athens, proud, resilient, eternal. And as night falls, when the city grows quiet and the Parthenon glows softly under the stars, one feels a humbling truth. Civilizations rise and fall, gods are worshipped and forgotten, empires clash and crumble, but the Parthenon remains. Not whole, not unbroken, but alive in memory, myth, and stone. A timeless reminder of humanity's pursuit of beauty, power, and meaning. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to give this video a like, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and subscribe to Antiquity Unveiled for more stories carved in stone. Your support helps us bring the ancient world back to life.